This might be the most fun LEGO Technic set, around $30. It doesn't have many functions. It includes the driving of the vehicle, the rear wheel steering controlled by a knob, a two-stage mechanical arm that can extend sideways, and the most crucial function is the raising and lowering of the front suspension, especially the function of lifting the entire floating cockpit. During the lifting process, the entire cockpit can even always maintain a state parallel to the ground. As for the others, it also includes the movable handle, the movable mechanical arm at the front of the vehicle. There is also a mysterious cargo hold and other such small designs. In addition, there are also very exciting modification methods for the bucket wheel excavator, which can achieve follow-up steering and crab steering. This is the LEGO set numbered 42178, the Space Surface Loader, which is also part of the same series as the LEGO set numbered 42181, the Heavy Cargo Spaceship. So in this video, let's take a look at its wonderful designs. What's different from ordinary vehicles is that the rear wheels of this loader are steering wheels. After the manual power is inputted, a part numbered 6553 is used to switch the steering tie rod, driving the rear wheels to turn without using the common gear and rack structure. This is the most wonderful lifting structure of the floating cockpit in this set. As can be seen, the designer has used a parallelogram connecting rod here to connect the rear suspension and the cockpit. Therefore, the angle of the cockpit relative to the rear suspension is always fixed. Further, the trailing arm front suspension is connected to a yellow 4-tooth gear inside the connecting rod through a part numbered 98585. And this 4-tooth gear meshes with a fixed gray 4-tooth gear. So when the trailing arm of the front suspension rotates, it drives the parallelogram connecting rod to work. It is worth noting that the rotation centers of the front wheels, the rear wheels, and the trailing arms of the front suspension here form a triangular geometric relationship. And the positions of the rotation centers have also been carefully designed. In this way, it can be ensured that during the whole process, the angle of the rear suspension will not change. That is, it will remain in a vertical state. Correspondingly, it also ensures that the angle of the floating cockpit will not change. Next here, you can see the linkage structure that drives the trailing arm of the front suspension to rotate here. It can be seen that after the manual power enters from the rear of the vehicle, it passes through a set of gear sets with a ratio of 12:20, and then goes through a universal joint to reach this crucial small push rod. And this small push rod is roughly equivalent to base of the triangular geometric relationship mentioned earlier. When the push rod retracts, it achieves the linkage effect of driving the trailing arm to rotate. Finally, there is the robotic arm at the rear of the vehicle. It is designed in 2 stages, and each stage also uses a parallelogram linkage mechanism. Well, then it will probably take 2 to 3 hours to assemble this set. As a Technic set that can be purchased for just $30, the final assembled product is actually quite large in terms of volume. We can also make a comparison between this set and several other sets here. You can refer to it by yourself. In terms of appearance, just like the 42181 in the same series, it also adopts a color scheme of orange, white, and gray. And these 4 light gray tires are also rare parts. Up to now, this version has only appeared in this particular set. While the functions and ways of playing are just what we saw at the beginning, after the testing, there are no problems either. In addition, after the firmness test, basically no parts or modules that are prone to falling off were found. Of course, in some places where a small number of brick-like parts are used, if they are bumped, these parts may still fall off. Overall, it is indeed a set that is highly suitable for playing with on the ground. In terms of replayability, this set also performs quite well. At present, we can see a total of 22 in-set MOC works on the Rebrickable website. Most of them are engineering works such as the concept loader, bucket wheel space excavator, slope tractor, and telehandler. In addition, there are also other themes like the very science-fictional alternate VTOL and Moon Racer. Then let's take a look at this free bucket wheel space excavator, which can even achieve 4-wheel follow-up steering and even crab steering. The author is Nekomediva from Germany. Here is the design of this chassis, which can perform follow-up steering and can also be quickly switched to crab steering. Specifically, as we can see, after the manual steering power enters from the rear of the vehicle, it drives the steering tie rod module on the front and rear axles respectively through a part numbered 6553. It can be seen that if the steering tie rods of both the front and rear axles are located below the suspension, then it is follow-up steering. And if one is above the suspension and the other is below it, then it is crab steering. It should be noted that this switching operation can also be carried out at finished product stage, and it is very convenient to switch. So it is indeed a wonderful design that is quite rare among official sets. And we can also see that there is a set of 4x4 gear set connected to the turnable module in the steering structure. That is to say, the steering of the vehicle can also be operated by rotating the turntable. A 12 to 20 acceleration gear set is used in the linkage structure for the lifting of the jib. As the power continues to move forward, it drives the small push rod through a universal joint. Then the finally assembled finished product is just like what you can see now. As a MOC work, its degree of completion is really high, and the total length also reaches 30 centimeters. In addition to driving, the vehicle can also be steered by using the turntable or by turning the knob at the rear. The lifting of the digging arm can also be controlled by turning the blue knob at the rear of the turntable, and the bucket wheel in the front is rotated manually. After testing these functions, there are no problems at all. The key point is that such a wonderful design comes with free blueprints, so it's really a great surprise. Moreover, another moon racer that looks equally excellent and has free blueprints is also a work by this author. You guys can also have a try. Finally, let's go back to the official set and take a look at the packaging. On the front of the color box is a scene picture of Mars, and on the back are illustrations demonstrating the functions and gameplay. It is targeted at those aged 8 and above. The 435 parts are divided into 6 sub-packages. There are 5 major assembly steps in total, and on average, each major step only involves 87 parts, so it's indeed quite easy to find the parts. There is one piece of assembly manual. There are a total of 130 steps, with an average of 3.3 parts per step. At the end of the manual, apart from reading the picture on the back of the color box, there is also a collective display of 4 sets from the Espace series. And there is such a small sheet of stickers. Well, that's all for this video. If you guys want to see more sets, you can leave a message in the comment section. See you in next time.